Hey everyone, I'm Kara. I'm a PhD student who loves to cook, and today I'll be teaching you how to make delicious bolognese sauce. So first off, let's start with our veggies. So I'm cutting here the celery. So I'm making longitudinal cuts. So kind of going to all the extension of the celery, and I'm gonna start to trim the ends. And I'm gonna use this part for broth later, so just reserve. And I'm gonna chop all the celeries. I'm using here just 2 celery sticks because I'm not gonna make a lot of sauce, it's just a little bit. So I'm gonna transfer all of that to a bowl, and I'm gonna move forward to the next ingredient. That's gonna be the carrots. So for the carrots, just make sure to remove the ends, and I'm gonna also use that for broth later. So it's good to wash your veggies very well first. So remove the peel for the carrot, and then start to chop it. So what I'm gonna do is a very similar procedure as I did with the celery. So make longitudinal cuts, the extension, and then start to trim the ends. So be very careful. So go chop, chop, chop. I didn't use all the 2 carrots that I had because I just thought that was too much. So I just reserved the other carrots to use in the broth that I'm gonna make. So then just transfer all the chopped carrots to a bowl. Make sure that you got everything. So transfer, clean your table to make sure that everything is tight and clean. And then move forward to the next ingredient. That's gonna be the garlic. So I'm removing the peel, and I'm gonna also reserve that to make a broth later on. So make sure that your garlic is also washed, and then remove the peel. I'm gonna be using 4 garlic cloves because I really like garlic. So do you, if you want to use less, be my guest. So chop everything very well, almost like minced garlic, because you don't want to have like a bite into a huge chunk of garlic, right? So repeat the process with all the garlic that you have. So chop, 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 go. So very nice. Then reserve your garlic, and then move forward to the last vegetable that you're gonna use. That's gonna be the onion. So trim the ends and remove the peel. This knife is not good to peel, so I'm just gonna move forward with another knife to make sure that I'm removing well the peel, and it was very like tight to the onion. So then you're gonna then cut the onion in half. I noticed that there was like a weird end for this onion, kind of maybe a little bit rotten, so I just decided to remove the ends, and I'll use it for a broth. So that's just trying to save as much as ingredients as we can and utilize it for other things later. So just cut the onion kind of transversely, and then here longitudinally, and make sure that you're cutting things very finely. So just do this and repeat the process for the other half of the onion. And now transfer it to a bowl so you can have things organized for your sauce. So I'm transferring everything right now, and perfect. Now moving forward to the pan, I'm adding some olive oil. It's not like a lot, but it's not just like 1 tablespoon. It's a little bit more than a drizzle. So just add the grounded beef. So make sure that your pan is nice and hot, and then you're gonna kind of stir for a little bit to make sure that the surface of contact with the meat and the pan is good, and things are gonna be cooked properly and not like as a huge chunk of meat. So just trying to break down a little bit the meat and spread out into the pan. So after a while things are gonna be nice and properly cooked. So now I'm gonna just transfer the meat to a bowl because I don't know, I just do it. Some people might just add the veggies to the pan, but the way that I learned is that for grounded beef, you just kind of first you seal it and you kind of roast for a while, and then you transfer it to another bowl and do your prep your veggies into the kind of this nice pan. So that's how I'm gonna proceed. So I'm adding the vegetables right now, the celery, the carrot. I'm gonna stir just to incorporate very well, and then you kind of deglaze the bottom of the pan with the veggies. I think that is very nice. And I'm adding the onion and I'm stirring this very well. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of olive oil because I thought that was a little bit dry, and I'm gonna let it simmer for like 7 minutes with the lid closed. And now I'm gonna add the garlic that we chopped, and I'm gonna mix things well. And I noticed that just bay leaves that I got, they were too small, so instead of using just one, I decided to add 3 bay leaves because they were just too small. And then I'm gonna simmer just for like more 5 minutes, let develop some flavors just to make sure that your veggies are softened and nice. And then I'm gonna add the grounded beef, so make sure that you're adding everything and then incorporate all the ingredients that you have. So just mix. So perfect, things are starting to smell very nice here in the kitchen. I'm adding now the tomato paste, so it's kind of a full tablespoon. So add the tomato paste, make sure that you have everything in. So now I'm gonna add some red wine. I'm using dry red wine. You can also use cooking wine if you have it at home, so be my guest. So after a while, you just let it simmer for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then add the fire roasted tomatoes. Could be a regular kind of diced tomato, but I'm using the fire roasted one because I think that it gives kind of a deeper flavor. And I'm putting the sauce that I don't know how to pronounce the name. Hasselhoff sauce? You know what I'm saying. So just add a little bit of it, just a splash. And then I'm gonna add some water because I'm gonna let the flavors to develop. And I'm gonna put the lid on and make sure that things are kind of well and nice. So make sure that you kind of stir once in a while so things are not sticking to the bottom of the pan. So I'm adding now some black pepper for taste and salt to adjust the flavor and make sure that everything is nice and balanced out. So now things are good. The sauce is ready after 20 minutes more of cooking. So I'm gonna add the sauce into a new pan because I'm gonna add the pasta to it. So make sure that things are nice and hot. The sauce is good and rich. And then I'm gonna remove the bay leaf and I'm gonna add the pasta to it. So mix. Now the pasta is looking pale, but after a while, when it's incorporating with the sauce, then you're gonna see that it's gonna become kind of more appetizing. So I'm also adding a little bit of the water from the pasta because I think that is good, the cooking water. And then we have it, perfect bolognese pasta. So this is delicious. And I'm using here actually just leftover pasta that I had cooked at home. So just make sure that you have some pasta ready. So here I'm just plating. It's smelling amazing. And that's it. So to be honest, I just ate the whole thing. I'm just plating here half of it though. But you know, it's delicious. Some parsley and parmesan, and that's it.